coaches of their respective sports and give you an inside look of what's going on. Again, today we have with us the football coaches, Coach Johnny Duncan, head coach, offensive coordinator Clay Bird, defensive coordinator Timothy Lord. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We here.
Thank you for having us.
So last week, tough loss.
Yeah.
Let's kind of talk about that one for a minute before we get into what's coming up.
Well, when you lose 3 quarterbacks in 2 days, some things just ain't gonna work out the way you plan.
Yeah, I imagine that's pretty tough.
Yeah. You work on the game plan all week. You have great practices, and because of discipline reasons, you lose. Just like the coach said, 3 quarterbacks in 2 days, and you have to go with a 4th string.
Totally shoot your game plan.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I wonder if it's bad luck or what that never happened. I've never heard of it happening in high school, college, pros. You always can count on the 2nd stringer, but when everybody go down 3, wow, you almost put a lineman at quarterback or something.
You're going to have to. It's like you take a receiver and stick him out there at quarterback and hope he gets it. Yeah, hope for the best. And, that's what we had to deal with on this past week.
So is it kind of like some of those guys have taken reps before as quarterback, or they're familiar with the position, or you just kind of saying, okay, you're at this game?
Well, the guy that we had that actually started last week, he's played quarterback for us before. So he knew what to do. He knew the bulk of the offense, but he had been practicing all week at receiver. So, throwing him into the wolves, the day before. Hey, you're going to be playing quarterback.
Right.
But we actually had a silver lining in that because the quarterback we ended up bringing in really played strong safety for us. But he showed great promise at the end of the game. He completed a couple of passes. He made some good runs. And it kind of opened my eyes up that, to ask upon he's a junior, to ask him to step into a game already down, so many points. And he came in cool, no pressure, ran the offense, controlled the ball. So we end up making him the actual starter because with a week of practice, he's much smarter than when we expected. And he doesn't have any discipline problems, so we don't have to worry about losing him the day of the game
or the day
before the game because he, great student, great athlete, good leader. So we kind of, we never would have known,
what you
he
had,
do what he do until, because
the situation arises.
You have to take that bad situation and turn it into good.
Yeah, and that's exactly what
And I mean, having scouted them, kind of what did you see as, I guess the biggest obstacle or challenge in that game other than having to go with 4th, 5th string quarterback?
Well, personally, we had them scouted perfectly with the quarterbacks. If everything would have went as planned, we would have pulled off the victory because we play them good every time. But both years, last year and this year, we had to go up against the same team without a quarterback. And it's just like I could never be full strength going against them. And I'm making preparations. If lightning strikes twice and we draw them first round of the playoffs, it's going to be a 100% total different because I know I can count on the quarterback I have this time.
Good deal.
Right.
Good deal.
Right.
So defensively, everything was good then, huh?
For the most part, my young defensive ends got exposed. A lot of great plays they'll be making during the year. They actually was falling victim to some 9th grade mistakes. You got two 9th grade defensive ends starting, and you expect them to grow up as the season go, but it really showed their knowledge of the game Friday, and it hurt us for the especially the first half. It really hurt us, but they grew up. They understand now. You can't let the offensive lineman dictate where they want you to go. You dictate to what you want them.
What they're supposed to do. So I guess kind of being thrown in the game like that, I guess the experience really counts, especially going forward.
as a head coach, I'm gonna disagree with that because the defense gave us 5 turnovers. Young being young or whatever, we had 4 fumbles and 1 interception.
Wow. Okay.
But just like I said, it goes back to the 3 quarterbacks. We cannot move the ball.
Right.
I mean, whenever you play in any game, whether it's high school, pee-wee, whatever, if you get 5 turnovers and you can't score,
Right. Something wrong with
5
that pitch,
turnovers,
yeah.
and that's at least 30 points if you score a touchdown. You know what I mean? We win the game. 5 turnovers. The defense played awesome, but if they're on the field too long, they're gonna make mistakes by
Right.
being fatigued.
Right.
Whether it's being a young or veterans, because even our older kids made mistakes out there, missed coverages, missed tackles. So I mean, when you get them young lions in there, they're gonna make mistakes, but they're gonna
Right.
show up, 80 to 90% of the time. So in that 10%, yeah, I'll take that from a 9th grader.
Right. I mean, that's pretty good. 5 turnovers. We say 2 interceptions or 1 interception.
1 interception,
One
4
interception,
fumbles.
4 fumbles. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that game plan has changed this week, and you got all your personnel worked out.
Right. This week, I feel real solid. We got a steady quarterback. He's a dual threat. He can run, very smart, elusive, strong, and he could throw. So if they try to stop the pass, and if they don't rush a blitz, he gonna run. He gonna make them play honest. If they blitz, we gonna hit him with the quick passes. We gonna get the ball to our good big receivers, and we gonna run the ball. They show weakness against the run because they run in a 4-2-5 defense. They only rush 4. They drop their linebackers back. So if they do that, we're going to hit them until they bring them up. Then we're going to start going downfield on them. So, it is what it is. It's not going to be rocket science. It's going to be basic. And you don't have anything to lose. And that's the worst type of team to play going on into the playoffs. It's the one
Nobody who had nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Pull out all the stops and just get after it, huh?
That's it.
Yes, sir. And one thing I'm gonna piggyback. I'll piggyback off of Coach. He, the quarterback, he came in and whatever we asked him to do, he did it. And he's excited to play, and the stuff we threw at him, he learned. He took it on. Whatever we threw on him, he took it on. And hey, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. He became a leader. He grew up in this week.
Fast.
Real fast. Like, yeah. And so, I mean, he's been playing. He just hasn't been playing quarterback. So, I'm really excited to see what he's gonna do Friday. Really excited tomorrow.
Young man we talking about is number 9, Brandon Hill. Call him B Hill. Like Coach said, he's no discipline problem. If he missed practice, the only time he really did miss practice when he went to the doctor for his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise than that, even with a broken clavicle, he was still at practice watching, taking mental reps. So that's a kid.
Student of the game.
Very dedicated. Very dedicated.
And he has a bright future. Multi-sport kid. He can play basketball, track. I'm gonna try to convince him to play baseball too.
See what he has at that too, huh?
Even if he just steal bases.
So we are kind of winding down the season. 2 games left. So yeah, East Feliciana tomorrow, and then mentorship next Thursday, which is the homecoming game.
And senior night. So it's a lot going on. So I'm sure they'll be pretty excited, pretty hyped, pretty amped going into that one as well. Huh?
Yeah. The Friday game, to talk about that one first, they ready. I mean, we had another great week of practice, finishing out strong. Mental reps from when the days it was raining and we couldn't get on the field. Then when we got on the field, it carried over the mental reps. No one was forgetting what they learned on the board or watching film. Hey, we're gonna line up to this when we see this. Things like that. You just got to come out and play.
I'll second that. I mean, we prepared for every game we didn't play. It's just once we get out there, things don't always fall the way they're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel real comfortable and confident about this week. For some reason, when you have a leader like a Brandon Hill to lead the team, a confident quarterback, he makes the team around him better. You know, he don't make excuses. He's coachable. He take criticism if he does something wrong.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not talking back. He's not fighting. He's actually taking everything in. And we've watched all the film on this team tomorrow, and very, very beatable. They're rebuilding basically just like us. They make a lot of mistakes. We just got to capitalize on those mistakes. You know, keep it simple, run, pass when we have to, set up the next play. We going I feel real good. The kids are up-tempo, upbeat, really excited about the game. And, I mean, they prepared the right way. You know, weather was a hindrance early on, but we had some good weather yesterday, and today is pretty. And we just ready to play ball. As far as next week, homecoming. So we have all the alumni coming, all of the old heads coming. Want to see what, you know, we're going to do. We're going to come play against a mentorship team that is improving towards each game they play. They look better and better. So you can't go there saying, you know, they're easy to beat. It's mentorship because we, you know, as of today, we have the same record. So it's easy for them to say, well, it's just capital. We ain't worrying about it because they done lost this just as much as we lost. So it's going to be a little bit different next week. It's going to be more of a statement game. We're getting ready to go into the playoffs, and we want to at least have great momentum. You know, it's something to catch that fire on that last game going into it, and you get a good luck of the draw, and you just don't know because down south we play ball a little differently than the teams up north. So we get, you know, maybe picked by a team up north that just had an easier record, an easier road to the playoffs, and they're going to take us lightly because they're going to look at the record we have.
Right.
And we want them to do that because that's the worst thing to do because we play so aggressive down south. You know, they just haven't seen anything like that. And that's going to work to our advantage.
Well, you know, and I've said this before, and I'll stick to it. You know, the record is definitely not reflective of the team that's on the field every Friday. So I'm looking forward to it too. You know, of course, it'll be my first homecoming here. Heard a lot about, you know, the festivities and the tradition, definitely, and the pride. A lot of guys who showed up at the game last week, you know, were just kind of raving, you know, of you know, them coming back and all of those that they knew who were here coming back to celebrating that thing. So, you know, hopefully they'll see some of that pride, and that'll kind of
it'll be good. It'll be good.
Kind of pump into that atmosphere.
It'd be good for the kids to actually see a lot of the alum come back, because you know a lot of these kids don't know because they're not neighborhood kids. You know, we have a lot of kids that don't stay in this area. A lot of Capital alums stayed in this area.
Right.
So, for them, it's like, okay, I'm gonna just go to Capital. But for the neighborhood back in the day, from my understanding, talking to Coach Stewart, you know, you wanted to come to Capital. This is where the place to be.
Right. And I mean, I've been in the office when some of the guys come in and they, you know, kind of greet you, give you their name, and then take you to class. You know, which says a lot. You know, there's a lot of alumni who've come back and made some contributions and still looking to do some things. And I think that experience for them seeing them, the pride that they have still, you know, after being away from the school for so long, and hopefully, you know, continuing to instill that tradition within them will be a good thing. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Hopefully it's going to be great times. Good luck on this week.
Oh, yeah.
On East Feliciana. And then on into on in the next week in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, can't wait. It's exciting.
Very
And
much so.
we're definitely not overlooking
No one.
Anybody.
no team. Even though we're talking about homecoming, we still focused on East Feliciana. They're a very, very fast team, so we're not looking past them. You know, but it really is exciting when homecoming come around, and it's gonna be a shock. Everybody gonna be pleased at the outcome.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be very exciting.
Very much so. Very much so. We're all excited about it. I don't think we've mentioned homecoming on the practice field at all. Our main focus has truly been, this game we have tomorrow, doing what we need to do in order to set us up to be successful for Friday. So we've got them prepared as much as we can do, and we're excited about it. So we'll see.
All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, I'm just ready to play ball.
That's it.
I mean, we're just ready to play ball. I'm excited. I'm gonna have me a steady quarterback for a change for this game coming. I'm twice as confident.
Big
I've
deal.
always been.
A
That
big
is-
deal.
It's amazing.
Very much so.
Well, we definitely want to thank everybody out there who's listening. Again, this is the Capital High School Coaches Show. We'll be coming to you hopefully each week, giving you an inside look into all the sports with their respective coaches. So until next time, we out.
All right, thank you.